Hello and welcome back to EXP Realty Minnesota. I'm your host today, Justin Campbell, and I got some great guests on here. We've got Antonio Mena, another real estate agent on my team, and Karen Rossetti with Zillow Home Loans. How you doing today, Antonio?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much. How are you, Karen?
I'm doing really well. And Karen, how's your afternoon?
Everything is going great here as well. Thank you.
I love your background, Sue. You must be a big book reader.
Yes, I am a big book reader, actually. Not
Even
quite
with the
all
ladder
of it.
and everything.
Nice. Okay, so the number one question, obviously, when I'm on appointments this week, everybody, what's going on with the rates? Karen, what can you tell us about what's happening with the rates today?
Yep. So today, we actually dipped down a little bit several weeks ago, kind of went right back up right after the elections, interestingly. So to me, we've kind of really fairly much stayed steady for the much of where we've been in the last month. So I would say for a conventional deal, you're probably looking about around high sixes, 6.875, potentially 6.75. If you're looking at more of a government loan, so VA or FHA, probably a little lower. So maybe 6.5, maybe a little bit lower than that.
Yep, that's great. And you touching base on like FHA conventional. Can you tell us a little more about what type of loans are you guys offering, handling?
Yes, absolutely. So we do offer, obviously, what I would say very typical type of loans. We do offer conventional loans, FHA, VA, and jumbo loans as well. So those are the four types of loans we offer. Under conventional, we also offer what's considered a first-time home buyer's loan. So we do a Fannie and a Freddie product for Home Possible and Home Ready, which basically is just a 3% down program for our first-time home buyers. It also allows for a little bit lower interest rate and also allows for a little bit lower mortgage insurance. So if you're not obviously putting the full 20% down, you're going to have mortgage insurance. But for a first-time home buyer, it actually lessens that amount for you and gives you a nice little discount for being a first-time home buyer.
Good. Awesome. So thank you so much for that information. I have another question too, is we've kind of gone back and forth about the appraisal thing. I'm definitely interested in how Zillow handles the appraisal. But before that, you mentioned that the rates went up after the election. Are you bullish, bearish coming into December? Are you anticipating some up or down movement? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's a great question. I really kind of think we're going to stay fairly steady through December, maybe see a little bit of a dip. I don't think we're going to see a dip until first quarter of next year is kind of where I see maybe a little bit of a dip. And when I say a little bit of a dip, we're talking probably a half a point. We're not going from 7s to 5s, type of a thing. So I think you're going to see an 1/8 to 1/4 of a point possibly is probably what you'll be looking at.
Perfect. So like maybe 6 1/4 going into, it would be a good expectation 2025.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
And then on the appraisal, the free appraisal, I saw your email for my clients. What does that look like for Zillow customers?
Yeah, so that's what's a nice little bonus, obviously, with working with us and working with you guys as well, is that when your clients go under contract, we take care of the appraisal for them. So they're not going to be out of pocket that appraisal piece. So typically somewhere in the $600 to $700 range is what you're looking at. So it's just something that they can take off their list of things that they have to pay for up front. We pay for it up front for them and take care of it. Even if the loan doesn't go through for whatever reason, they're not going to be on the docket for that. Like we take care of it. Let's say that happens and then that falls through and they go back out, find another home and go under contract on a second home. We will take care of that appraisal as well for them. So we just want to make sure it's a little bit easier and a little bit less out of pocket up front for your clients.
That's awesome. Yeah, we also have seen many customers that ask questions about, should I buy now? Should I wait? Should I expect a super great deal if the rates comes down? There is a lot of back and forth between that. What is your kind of best advice of like how's the market right now? It seems to be a little slower, but at the same time super open to first-time buyers and things like that. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. So my 2 cents on that, having lived through 2020 through 2023, basically, the interest rates being significantly lower, trying to get a home was significantly harder because of the rates being so much low. So it was difficult especially for our first-time home buyers, is because you had a lot of investors coming in wanting to swoop up those properties for that low interest rates. So they were having to offer significantly more to get that home. So my 2 cents on it is if they can afford the home today on the interest rates today, grab that home. Because what we can worry about down the road is we can worry about basically them at that point, going potentially and refinancing to a lower rate if need be. But yeah, my 2 cents is definitely, take advantage of, if they love that house, get a hold of that house and take it and run with it.
Yeah, definitely. And also, we've been seeing a lot of first-time buyers coming into the market. And what would you say would be the first step? Somebody comes in to me and say, I want to buy a house. I don't know even where to start. What do you think is the first step for them to go?
Yeah, absolutely. So first-time home buyers, that's what I love about you connecting with them first and then transferring them over to me. Because what I'm going to do is obviously I'm going to walk them through step by step as to kind of getting pre-approved. So my 2 cents is get pre-approved first. We do a soft credit pull where it will not affect their credit scores. And so that part I do love is that they can get pre-approved. It's not going to be a negative hit against their credit for now.
Mm-hmm.
They can go out shopping. And, at that point, once you go under contract is where we'll look at, obviously doing a hard credit pull at that point. But it's a really simple, fairly easy process. Like I can get them through a pre-approval in 15 minutes. So it really makes them feel good and know how much they can afford, what that monthly payment's going to look like if they're comfortable with all that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I know all of us are very busy, a lot of activity out there. I want to thank you, Karen, for jumping on this call today and getting us a little bit more information about the rates. And again, Antonio, I appreciate your time today. I know you're busy as well. I'll put a link down below with all of Karen and Antonio's contact information. If you're thinking about making a purchase or you want to ask some more information or you want some more information about those rates, be sure to reach out to Karen or Antonio. They'll be glad to help you. If you got any value out of this video, please just tickle that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying or selling here and you're living in Minnesota, definitely subscribe to the channel. We try to get that newest content out to you. Again, thank you both for coming on the video today, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thanks,
Absolutely.
Justin.
Thank you, Karen.
Thanks, Antonio.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.